I wonder how many people Raleigh has had like find his music and listen.
Yeah, that's a really good intro.
It's so good.
Sicker than your average.
What's up, everybody? This is A Zealous Soul, episode 8. I'm so excited today. Today is the first time I've interviewed someone who is just, like does painting art and like is an incredible fucking painting artist. And I don't know much more about her. She has worked with ReKinection for many years before I started. She runs our creation station there and just does so much stuff for the community and is just such a wonderful, beautiful soul. She's a mom.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
And just an amazing human being.
Oh.
So let's welcome everybody, Jordan Alexis, to the show. How are you doing, Jordan?
Good. Hi, guys. Doing good.
Thank you for coming on with me. I really appreciate you coming out. I just think you're just so awesome and so positive and loving ever since I met you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the first question I like to ask to get the viewers to know, or not viewers, I guess not yet. We're going to do viewing eventually, but the listeners to know why they should continue doing this. So what makes you a zealous soul?
What makes me a zealous soul? I think zealous souls walk that fine line between inspiration and exhaustion. And I'm capable of walking that line pretty finely back and forth. Like some people have got it in them to do it and like others don't. But for some reason, I've just got this fire that keeps me going and pushing through those really exhausting and hard times. But,
Right. That's 100%. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Whenever I became a mom, like so many people forced me into this box of just being a mom. And it was like, I just didn't want that to be my only defining thing when I knew I had so much more to offer the world. And I also wanted to show that to my son, that you can achieve your dreams and go after them and also love and care for another human being, including yourself. So,
Right. Being a mom is a superhero in itself, right? And then, but you have people that like see you as that and they're like, oh, she's just a mom, like just taking care of her family. Like, bitch, just a mom ain't shit. Like, you understand what it's like to be a mom? Like, you got to fucking take care of your children. You got to make sure they're fed.
Keep them alive.
You have to keep them alive. You have this little being that comes out and they're like little drunk people, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I've always looked at children. They're just like fucking, especially young, like under 3, under 4, they're just like drunk adults, but they're little and they're just saying the craziest shit. And you're just like, how do I continue doing this without actually?
They're also your
pulling my hair
biggest
out?
bullies. Let me just throw that out there.
Yes, my kids always just clowned on me, and they're like, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm like 6 foot tall and tattooed. You're gonna talk shit to me? Like,
They definitely don't think we're as cool as we are.
right? No, they won't, and they won't until they're like in their mid-20s, and then they'll come back and they'll be like, Mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I did that to my mom.
I try to tell them all the time, I'm like, I'm really cool.
Right.
Like, I'm a really cool mom. Like,
You
you
have no
don't
idea.
even know what's out there. Like, I'm the chillest.
Right. My mom beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, my kid is shitty to me, and I'm like, oh, this is my mom.
I know. I'm like,
Got
you don't even
smacked.
know what being grounded is.
No.
He's like, yes, I do. I said, I grounded you one time, and it was like 4 hours.
It's the end of the world.
It was
though.
like time out. Like,
Right. So, so you're a mom, and you're also an artist. Like, what mediums do you use for your art?
Primarily, I'm a painter.
Yeah.
I kind of dabble in everything, and I've dabbled in a lot of things throughout the years, but like painting has been my primary like focus in life. I went to school for graphic design at Pitt State University, and I really like the digital art side of things as well. And
Hell yeah.
when I started getting into the leather working this past 2 years, I incorporated my digital artwork into that and got a laser engraver. So, I mean, I like it all.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so many mediums to use, and the first time I saw your paintings, I was just blown away at how amazing they were. Especially that crow one that you made. That one is just mind-blowingly good.
That was my defining moment as an artist. That crow. Like, I spent 9 months on it, and I just feel like I burst through the wall of like, now I feel like I'm an artist. I gained my confidence through that piece, and I think it really showed. Like, anything prior to that was just kind of like me expressing myself, like I was doing it because it's fun. And
Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool. So you used to go by like the Crow Mother thing, the Crow Mother Collective. And I know recently, just in the last couple of years, you kind of are like, I think I'm done with the Crow Mother Collective part. And tell us about that. Like, what started you into Crow Mother Collective, and like what made you like did you just like have a time where you were like, I just need to shed this and evolve myself?
Yeah, so when I first started with ReKinection, I had just had my son, and it was like 2017, and I saw a Facebook ad that was like, we need co-creators, and like, this is the very beginning, and
Right.
I was sitting there with my newborn baby and a bunch of people telling me I needed to get to work, and I was like, I don't want to work a normal job. Like,
Right.
I want to stay home with my baby and do
Right.
something outside of the norm. So I had about 2 months to prepare, and I whipped together like all of this art to vend. And that was my first vending experience.
Nice.
And I went
Coming
by
on
the
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went out there and met Laura, met everybody I'm like best friends with now. We were all
Yeah.
at that original like little experience, and that's just kind of, I was a mom and I loved crows, so
yeah.
Crow Mother, be
Right,
born.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of adopted that name and went on for the next couple of years until I came up to Laura during COVID with the idea of running a creation station,
Yeah.
where I would bring my own supplies and like teach people workshops and like offer this space for people to come and create, because so many people like it's therapeutic, you know.
Yeah.
And I wanted to offer that like that expression to people who don't normally sit down and find that time, because it's so important to me.
Right.
So then I did the Crow Mother Creation Station, carried that on for, I don't know,
Several years.
a couple more years, and then
Yeah.
finally, like, I just kind of wanted to shut it and start just being me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't heard anything of like the next evolution of it, like a different name. I just know that you're just Jordan Alexis art,
That's
right?
what I want to be now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just
me.
displaying you.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Eventually, maybe I'll just tell everybody my last name. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, I won't give my last name out.
no, I mean my last name's cool, literally cool.
Yeah. Mike Cool.
Mike Cool. Yeah, it's cool, but you know whatever.
I go by Jordan Alexis.
Yeah,
That's my middle name.
yeah, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
love it. So, all right, let's go into like where are you from? Are you from Kansas City area? Because you
Oh.
live here now.
I'm from this little tiny town in Kansas called Oswego.
Oswego.
My graduating class was like 14 people.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it was really, really tiny. So
that's crazy.
yeah. Then yeah. I don't know. Many people, a couple people might know. Sheena actually
Yeah.
used to like spend time in Oswego.
Oh,
So I
really?
couldn't believe that whenever I'd first talked to her and like introduced
Really?
myself to her out at Astral Valley, that she had any idea where that was.
Yeah, I know where Oswego is.
Do you?
It's very small. Yeah, but I used to travel around repairing like automotive machinery, so like air compressors, in-ground lifts, above-ground lifts, anything in an automotive shop that fixes the cars. I fix that shit. So I went to Oswego. I went to Pittsburgh. I went to just a whole bunch of little fucking
Yep.
Kansas towns right in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So you're from Oswego.
Born and raised, like
Yeah.
18 years, and then I went to
Wow.
Pitt State University
Okay.
for college. I got my degree in partying. And
That's an awesome degree.
that's all anybody gets their degree in there, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for real, is that the degree? Like,
No.
what did you get a degree in?
Graphic design.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I went
that's what you
for.
said.
With the actually is a photography minor in communications.
Oh,
but
cool.
I sold my camera, so I haven't done that in a long time, but it would be fun to get back into eventually.
Right.
Got too many things going on.
Yeah, I feel you there. There's so many things going on. I want to do so many things. I have so many things in my head that I want to do, but not enough time. And then like I'll just drop the ball on shit. That's the problem with me. Like I'll start something like, yeah, fuck yeah, like leatherworking. I got into it. I was really intense into it, and I was like, I'm gonna get a bunch of leather this winter. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of shit, and then I didn't do fucking anything. Like I didn't do anything.
We're
I
very
didn't,
similar in that, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna make wallets. I was gonna make all these cool things, and not one thing came out of me this winter.
I
which
did the
is
same
sad.
thing with clay. Like I got all the things to make clay, and I did it like really intensively for a few weeks and haven't touched it since. But
Right.
we have I think those skills just kind of build us into the next thing, and like they all help the other, like they all kind of blend together at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah.
I've learned a lot through my clay that I brought into the leather crafting, and like I use the same thing in my painting and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't know you did clay too. And your leather work is amazing. The hats you make and the designs on it, it's really
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you lived in Oswego, you went to Pitt State, and then how did you make your way to Kansas City?
So, I had a long path that brought me here.
Right.
I had a boyfriend all through high school, and he passed away when I was in college. He was very like open-minded, experimental, like just was so into this scene and stuff.
Right.
And he brought me into it, and like I tipped my toes into it.
Yeah.
And after he passed away, I was just like really lost for a while, and I moved up here to some other friends that we were really close to, and started, going into the shows and getting invested in the scene. And
Right.
that's what brought me to Kansas City. I went to a Naco and Medicine for the People show and saw Christopher Morphus painting up on
Nice.
stage.
Yeah, yeah.
And was like, what? That's a job? Like,
Yeah,
somebody's getting paid to do that right now?
Right.
So he came down at the end of the show, like from start to finish, painted this beautiful dragonfly. And he came out, and I bought a bunch of prints from him, and I was like, how did you get this gig, man? Like, that'd be so amazing. And
Yeah.
he told me to start doing it. So, got a hold of some people and just started painting. My first live painting set was actually Nate
Really?
at the Bottleneck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
The
for Recycled Funk.
Recycled Funk. Yeah.
It was when he was like solo DJing.
Oh, cool.
I was like, I walked up in here. I was just sitting there like painting on some watercolor paper, and I was like, "Can I live paint for you?" I was like, "Sure, get on up here." I still have it. It's just like this scribble of like neon paint. It was
Yeah.
ugly as all get out.
Oh, whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Just
People are in the
kinda-
audience kind of tripping a little.
Kind of got to go for it
Watching it go.
sometimes. Yeah.
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 And then I remember last year you achieved a pretty big dream of yours to live paint on stage. Who was that for?
Peak moment.
Yeah.
I was I live painted on stage for Polish Ambassador.
So fucking badass.
It was so cool. He was such a kind human being. He gassed me up quite a bit.
David's a nice guy,
Yeah,
isn't he?
he was
such a
so
cool
chill. He
guy.
signed the back of my painting, and he's like, "You're going places." He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, "It doesn't stop here." I was like, "This is like such a peak moment for me. Like I've always wanted to see you, and I've listened to you for like 10 years, and now I'm painting on stage with you." I was like, "I can't believe that this is even real right now." He's like, "This
yeah.
is just the beginning." I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he was kind.
Yeah, he arrived on site, and I got him to his RV, and he said, "Hi, my name's David," and he shook my hand, and I was like, "I didn't know that was your name. I thought it was just Polish." He giggled. I even told him that. He fucking laughed.
I didn't know David was his name until you just told me, to be honest.
Yeah, they're a really cool guy, and he was like, "Can I get you anything?" He's like, "I think I'm good." as
He's
long
so
as I
laid
got
back.
life." He's so chill.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of artists, and every artist has bad days, just like every human does. And I've met a lot of artists that were super chill, and I've met a lot of artists that were super aggro, but like they do their thing. I was actually talking to Chris Otter one day. Chris Otter is a really awesome fucking person in Kansas City who does so much shit. He helps run High Tech. He does the void systems with them. He's just, I don't even know. I'm gonna get him on the show.
He's been around since the early days.
Yeah, Chris Otter is a fucking legend, and he smokes mids apparently, allegedly. But he told me whenever I told him about an artist that was being shitty, and he was like, "Dude, they're human, man. Like, can you imagine if you're going around from state to state, staying in a hotel room every night?" Just doing the music, getting this big high of playing music, and then just sitting in a hotel room. And I was like, dude, that totally makes sense. I get that. So he gave me
Sure,
that.
working in production, people have caught us on some bad days too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I try to keep a positive mindset, but when you're out there and like it can be brutal sometimes.
It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was really nice to talk to
Yeah.
the Polish ambassador, and he was really chill and didn't have any issues with him at all. It's fucking cool. Yeah. So, I guess we'll kind of move forward. So, a lot of the people that I interview are like circus performers, aerialists, stuff like that. And we talked a little bit before we got the recording going, and I was like, have you ever spun fire? Do you do any like flow manipulation, prop manipulation?
Yes. So I started spinning poi in my very introductory days to the scene. I went to a Troy Boy show, and I was watching this guy spin at the after party, and I was like, "What are you doing right now?" And he's like, "This is poi," and he taught me about the grids, and I was like spent the rest of the night just enamored in these things. And I went home and I bought a set of poi, and I practiced every day, and I spun for a good couple of years, and then I kind of just dipped my toes in other things and just lost that, momentum. But recently started picking them back up again, and I still love them. It's like choose your, Like
Yeah.
I've got a lot of irons in the fire as it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're
I
good.
have hula hooped a little bit. Not really my forte. Dragon staff, I would love to
Yeah.
dive more into. There's
Yeah.
something, I picked it up like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, this thing's pretty cool. I like the way it flows with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like
But I'm-
spins around.
Yeah,
Super cool.
it's fun.
It's a whole nother
I've
thing.
never swum fire. I've always been really intimidated by it, but I'd love to. It's one of my goals. So,
Well, shit. We need to get you in the Virgin Circle.
yeah.
I think we actually have a
Circle.
virgin ceremony this year. I believe somebody said that they were going to do like a virgin burn ceremony, which means anybody who hasn't spun fire before, that's their first time. So then they like go over like all the safety things. If you have long hair, you'll put it up, spray some water in it, make sure you're good, and all the safety aspects of it. And then you just do it. You don't have to do anything crazy, you know. You just light them. You can even just fucking just spin poi just on the side of you, like
I would love
yay, you know.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Once you light them on fire, you'll find a new passion. You'll be
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I'm dancing with the most feared element, you know?
Fire.
Not a lot of people are afraid of dirt.
I'm a water sign. Maybe that's why I've been so, timid about spinning a fire.
Yeah.
Speaking of poi, your daughter Astra, I saw her
Yeah.
spinning up on stage.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she asked me, she said, Dad, can you show me some tricks? And I was like, sure, I can show you some tricks. And now my daughter is a redhead. I'm not a redhead. I'm a ginger, but she is a redhead, and she has that typical stereotypical redhead temper, right? I do too. But I've learned to harness it over the years. You know, as I've become an adult, I've learned to like, okay, you can take this energy that you have and you can channel it. Well, she doesn't have that yet. So like I'm showing her how to do just the basic stuff, and she just yells at me, Dad, I can't do that. I'm like, bro, you can do that. You just have to keep doing it over and over until you do it, right? And she just finally was like, nope, I'm doing it my own way. I'm like, that's cool, man. But you asked me, like, I don't know what you want me to do for you, dude. She's so precious, though, and she did it. She killed it. She got on stage.
It made me tear up. I was like, oh my gosh, she had such confidence. It was so adorable. Yeah, she's
yeah.
adorable.
And she did it to the Sia Chandelier song.
She was singing every word. It was so, you're doing great.
Yeah, thank you. I remember when that song first came out, I did a fire performance to that song in St. Joe inside at the Civic Arena. It was like a St. Josephine Expo there. I loved it. I love that song so much. But she's going places. Yeah. She's I mean, but she also knows how cool her dad is.
Yeah.
You know, and her mom.
She looked like she knew a thing or two on there.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, she's good. Well, what about your kid? Does he do any kind of flow stuff or?
He's got an uncle that, he's a
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
big poi spinner.
Uncle
so
Morgan.
Yep, Uncle Morgan. Hey,
I love
Morgan.
Morgan. I'm gonna get Morgan on this show
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he likes to spin poi. He was definitely watching Astra like, I want to do that. Like,
That's me next.
yeah, he likes to hoop.
Yeah.
I actually I bought him a dragon staff for his birthday last year, a custom made one for his size.
that's so
Because we
cool.
went to this festival called Between the Trees, was it last year? And the Chicago Fire Troop was there, and they had props for everybody to
cool.
play with.
Yeah.
And he spun in the rain like 14 hours a day, just that dragon staff over and over and over again all
Hell
day
yeah.
long. And so they were teaching him a few things, and
Yeah, that's awesome.
he got really into it. So I bought him one, and he loves
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he's really good at it. So
Yeah. I mean,
these
it's-
kids were raised in a weird way.
We are, yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see whenever they get older, to like whenever they come into the age of adulthood and like what they're going to do, because like I mean, right now we're dealing with the windfall of the boomers, right? They're like about to be gone, and then it's going to be the Gen Xers, which are a little bit different, you know, and then the millennials, whatever. But it's going to be really interesting to see when this Gen Alpha gets
So
older.
crazy to watch all the kids that I've grown up like watching now just blossoming. Like River, he's just blossoming into this like whole human being that's got a music career ahead of him.
It's fucking crazy.
It's wild. Yeah.
I came into Laura's life 4 years ago, so he was 14, and he was obsessed with all these different things. Like he was obsessed with boxing, he was obsessed with, you know, doing all these things. And then finally when he started doing music, he's like, I've never thought that I would be content with something, right? And it's cool, and it's like, cool, we're gonna like encourage you to do that. And he dropped all that other stuff, and he's just been balls to the wall with
It's incredible.
he's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent is amazing. He's just about to go to college, and he's gonna go get his degree, and he's just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
you know.
I
And
love
then,
watching all of them grow up. It's gonna be so cool watching what they do.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
Yeah.
I guess enough about our children.
Anyway.
Because we are parents. That is a big part of our life,
Yes.
right? That's a big
It's a
part
huge
of
part of my life.
being a zealous soul, is like we continue to do it. I mean, you know, Laura and I have 3 kids each, and we came together, and it's like the fucking Circus Brady Bunch, you know. So like, so we're doing all the festival planning, all the stuff, and then we're also feeding these kids and taking care of them. And you know, I see a couple, or my kids seldomly. My oldest daughter's 21 almost, and you know, my son's almost 18, and so I don't see them as often as I want to, but they're there, you know. But we're still doing the thing.
Yeah, a lot of people see us on like the, the performing side of things, but there's a whole life behind
There is
that too. It's a big
Yeah.
one too. It's a big part of it all. Yeah.
That's what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
Just to like understand why and what we're doing, you know, like, so you do your art and you also do other things. You do whatever gigs you're getting, you know, to pay your bills, all that other stuff. And same with me. I do a lot of stagehand gigs in the off season. I do fire performance, whatever I can, and I do graphic design, just like you said.
The hustle is real.
The hustle is real. It's not an easy life.
No, it's not.
No.
Exhaustion and inspiration, like I
Right.
said.
Have you ever decided like you wanted to say fuck this life and just go do a regular 9 to 5? And
I was
just
gonna
fuck it?
say that on my way here. I was thinking that was like a huge thing I wanted to hit. Was I've tried a dozen times and life says no.
Yeah.
I keep trying. I'm like, all I want is stability and just to be a normal person and to
Right.
just have a normal life. Like, why does this keep happening? And I'll go do it. I'll go get the 9 to 5. I'll work really hard in it, and something always happens. And I get pulled back into this, and then I feel more like myself whenever I get back into this side of things. And so now, I am over the past year. There have been a few jobs that I was really sad that I had to like leave. And I'm like, why does this keep happening to me? I was like, is there something wrong with me?
Right.
Or like, what's at the bottom line of this? I'm like, oh, at the bottom of everything, I'm an artist. And throughout this entire experience, my whole life, there's always been that. So I need to find a way to make that sustainable,
Yeah.
which I'm doing right now.
Right.
I'm actually I'm about 4 weeks into an apprenticeship at the Guilty Monkey Tattoo Company
Hell yeah.
with Joey Smith. He's the shop owner.
Hell
so
yeah.
I will be tattooing people's skins here soon, hopefully.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
I bet you're more excited about it than I
Just
am.
ready to make something. I'm ready to turn my art into an actual like sustainable career.
Yeah.
Not that festivals wasn't, but I've been craving more of an intimate life with
Yeah.
day-to-day routines and still have art incorporated in it. So this is my next step.
I mean, festivals that's not a sustainable thing. You know, the market is so shaky. After Backwoods fucked everybody over, people don't pre-buy tickets
weather.
anymore. The weather.
Oh, the past 10 years have been some of the most epic times of my life, but also some of the most draining. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I hit 30 this year, and there's just something that switched. Like,
Yeah.
and I've actually taken the year off because on a deep level, I was tired, but in a good way, in a really fulfilling way. I was
Right.
tired, but I just needed to reset and find what was next because it wasn't sustainable as you get older. As I'm getting older, I
Yeah.
should speak for myself. My body isn't as capable of doing what I once did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
turned 44 this year. My body fucking hurts every second of every day,
Yeah.
just because I spent so long as a metal person. You know, like I worked in foundries, I've worked on railroad cars, I've worked in heavy machinery. So like up to the point where I'm at, sure, it gave me all the skills to be really good at what I do, but my back is fucked. You know, like my joints, I can't extend my elbows anymore without them snapping, you know, and like it sucks. So like, yeah, doing what we do is hard. Doing festivals, you know, a lot of people are like, "It's fine." Like, but
Mentally,
do you have any idea?
physically.
Yeah,
I've really been pushed to some of there have been some moments like we can do hard things, right? But there have been some moments where I got pushed to the brink mentally and like I just broke down and cried.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was in Aaron Hale's bus one time at one of the festivals. It's like 105. I was like, hide me for a minute, please.
right. Oh, what a great place to break down
Yeah,
and cry.
right. He's like, yeah, come in my bus. Yeah.
Oh, Aaron is so
But-
great.
It's yeah, ReKinection's very blessed to have have you involved. I'm glad that you came along, and you and Laura complement each other very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what people say.
Yeah.
They're like, "You guys are perfect." I'm like, "It is. It's pretty amazing." I never thought I would see this type of relationship. You know,
so
like
happy
where
for
it's
you.
like so perfectly intertwined, and we have skills. I have a lot of skills that she doesn't have. She has a lot of skills that I don't have, and she does all this stuff. I do all this stuff, and it fucking works. And we're not up each other's ass all the time. A lot of relationships are like a kind of a toxic way in that sense, where they're like, I just need to make sure I'm pleasing this person all the time. And you're like, bro, no, we're fucking mid 40s at this point in our life after 2 marriages failed, and like,
Please no.
we're just like, you know what? Just do what you do, and I'm gonna do what I do,
Yeah.
and we'll be good, right? That's awesome. So, yeah, have you ever thought of like stopping doing art or changing to do art? Probably not, huh? What does art mean to you? What does being an artist mean to you?
That's a good question. What does being an artist mean to me?
Yeah.
Sharing. I've gone through a lot of trauma in my life. Art is the expression of like how I put that energy somewhere. I express that so I don't carry it with me every single day and it doesn't get balled up inside of me. Like sometimes, I mean, as most artists, I feel like I can speak for a collective of people here. Like they all deal with a lot of stuff. A lot
Being
of
an
people.
artist's hard.
Yeah. There's just this like destiny of like, having a little bit of a rough go. I think like they're not everybody, but like, I just feel like to be able to place that into something and create beauty from it is so special. And to be able to share that beauty with others and they see it without words. Like, that's amazing. And that's why I started. I mean, I've been an artist most of my life.
Yeah.
From the very first, like I have like drawings that I would sit at my dad's basketball games. He wanted a sports player, by the way. He got an artist. But
I mean, bro, sports is an art.
I know.
We're going to get into that in a second, but continue.
But I'd sit at his basketball games and I'd draw horses playing basketball, like us 3 on,
I
Like
bet they fucking hit all the 3-pointers.
he has the whole stack of them, but
That's awesome.
but like that's kind of like whenever I hit like 21, I had this like life altering experience and I didn't know how to put it into words. And I couldn't express it to anybody and I sounded crazy if I did. So I just started painting it one day because I could see the pictures in my head, but I couldn't like find the words to tell people.
Right.
So I created this like whole series of paintings, which were my first paintings. And that's what I started vending at festivals with. And there was just people loved it. And I didn't know why. Like they looked like stick figures at the time. Like it wasn't anything like super incredible. But as the years have gone on and I've like most of my best work comes from the most challenging parts of my life. And when I have nothing but like sadness to sit with, that's when it sucks that I have to get to that. I'm trying to figure out how to not create from that point. But that's where the beauty comes because I have to put it somewhere and it comes, and just to be able to go out to events and for people to see it. And without me talking about it, them to just come up to me and hug me and say that they can feel what I put into it. Or like, it's just such a beautiful thing to communicate like that with people. Yeah.
So it's expression of emotion, basically.
Yeah.
So you just said sadness. Is sadness the biggest muse for you? Or
It was, and I'm switching that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I'm tired of learning through suffering. I'm ready to learn through joy. That's been my motto for the past 2 years. So I'm working towards that, expressing myself through joyous moments and not so much the sadness. But I think most of my 20s, that's all I knew was like, woe is me,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of good things come out of sadness, you know, also a lot of bad things too. But if you're an artist and you're creating and you're putting that out to the world, I think that is a good thing,
Yeah, just like you said with you and Astra, you got a lot of like anger in you. And like as you've come into your adult self, you've learned how to channel that. I feel like mine was sadness. I've struggled with depression from the time I was a kid, like early childhood to now. And like, I think like that was one of my primary emotions whenever I was younger. So it's just learning how to step into yourself and not let those emotions rule your world,
Yeah, for sure. I remember when I first learned how to channel my energy, it was straight to metal shows. I was the guy that stirred the pit up. I was the dude, tattooed, fucking bald head, and like, all right, dude, let's fucking go. So I just run around and just rage it out, and that got my anger out. It wasn't until my mid-30s that I actually went to therapy.
Yep. Therapy club, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hey, yo, you got some deep-seated trauma, I'm like, oh, that's why I'm an artist. That's why I do all this shit, because trauma makes the best art, right? I used to be a singer in multiple bands, and
Really?
the biggest problem that I had with writing my own lyrics was that I would create from these traumatic points in my life, right? And that was the best songs that I made because there's just so much, emotion behind it. And then after it was written and after we would do it and we'd perform it, I didn't like it because every time I would do that song, it would bring those emotions back up from when I wrote it, but I was past it because I let it out. And that's when I decided I don't want to be a singer anymore for a band. Like, has it ever happened to you where you have like a piece of art that you had for yourself that you created and you're like, this is awesome, but I can't hold on to this because this has this emotion attached to this part of my life?
Many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then do you sell them or do you just give them away? What do you
I
do? Burn
can't
them?
put a price tag on my art, like my originals. Like I can't really sell my originals, so I don't know. I usually just give them away. I'm like, get this
Yeah.
out of my. There's like 4 of them. I'm like, take this, please, and they're like, really? I'm like, take it, like get it
Yeah.
out of my life. Yeah, that's happened to me, but a lot of the time, I look at it, and as I get older, I can look at it and be grateful for all the like things that it taught me and the places that it brought me.
Yeah.
When I was younger, yes, I battled with that way more,
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to stare at your past self,
Yeah.
especially if you've gotten over it.
That's why I did my first like 5 paintings with mirrors on them.
Yeah.
I was like the whole thing. I was like looking at myself as I was creating an expression of my past. Like I did all mirrors. Like I smashed a mirror once. I was so angry. I smashed it and I was like, this looks like it could be a painting. And I started like gluing it onto a canvas and turned it into this girl who was like really sad. And then by the end of it, I put like flowers all in her hair because maybe she wasn't as sad anymore as when I started the piece. So I think
Yeah.
art kind of like my paintings transform with me
Yeah.
ish. I don't know.
Oh, that's beautiful. That
Yeah.
gave me goosebumps,
Aw.
actually. Well, shit. So we talked about emotions. We talked about that. Is there any other like stigma, do you think, that like people misjudge what an artist does, or like any kind of thing that they misunderstand what an artist goes through in life, Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
I don't know. What do you think some of the stigmas are against artists?
I think a lot of people think that artists are just like stoners and like just don't do anything else productive in life, unless you get to this point where you're taping a fucking banana to a piece of white canvas and
more power to them.
right. But like at the same time, like it's a banana with
Please
duct
let
tape
that well
on it.
find
That's
me.
millions of dollars, right? I hope so too. I really do. But like at the same time, I know some artists that put hundreds of hours into pieces, and like you said, it's hard to sell art.
Yeah.
Because it's just so people don't want to buy it. They're like, why would I buy that? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. As an artist myself, that's how I relate to it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for my whole life, one of the biggest like struggles that I've had is people thinking that it's not a job. Mm-hmm. That it's not a career, that it can't take you anywhere, that the starving artist stigma, like there's that whole thing behind that, and like, like, I mean, to an extent, I guess I've been a starving artist plenty of my life, but it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be that way. And art is a job. It's
Yeah.
a really big job, and we need that job, especially as artists, to feel okay in this world.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it to anybody who's not I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah, it is a hard one.
Yeah.
So I've always had this idea that everybody is an artist because we all create in some way or another, right? Like even a single mom who doesn't put any paint to a canvas or doesn't draw, she still creates meals. She still does that. I feel like that's an art. What do you-
Absolutely. This past year, as I've taken a year off from art entirely, I haven't made hardly anything. I've had to remind myself, some days I don't feel like I am anymore. And then I'm like, wait, cooking this beautiful dinner and giving it to my son and sharing it with my roommate. Like these are art forms, just like the little daily, parts of life, or,
Yeah.
going grocery shop, all of it. Like it's just such yeah, I totally agree with you. I didn't mean to say that artists, like not everybody's an artist. I
No, I
Yeah.
know what you said. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Not everybody is a professional artist.
There you
that,
go.
That
Pursues it as a career.
that relies on other people to buy their art, right? Unless you're like a 5-star chef,
Yeah.
which I would say that's an artist.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Like I can't cook 5-star meals.
One of my biggest things when I made the creation station was I wanted to show, like, I wanted to bring the supplies to people who wouldn't normally put themselves in that environment and be like, you can too.
Yeah.
Do it. And like so many of the people would, by the end of it, just coloring, just spending time coloring would be like, wow, I really needed that. I'm like, yeah. It's just a really meditative thing, and you can kind of go into a zone.
Yeah.
I'm sure with fire performing, you get into that zone too,
You do get in that
cooking,
zone. That's flow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what it
flow
is.
state in
It's the
life.
flow state.
That's all, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even, truck drivers. And you think about a truck driver, that's not an artist, but honestly, driving a truck, because I have a Class A CDL, I've driven semi-trucks, that is an art form, especially before it was an automatic transmission, when you had 16 gears to go through, right? That's an art form. And so, like, that's one of my things that I tell people is like, you're an artist. And they're like, no, I'm not. I'm like, let me just show you you're an artist. And they're like, whoa, fuck, I didn't even think about it that way. That's how I like to be an artist myself, and an artist of life, right? Because I do so much. I do the metal art, and I do painting, and I do sculpturing, and I do all the fire shit. And I'm just like, we are all artists. We are creators.
Just expressing yourself, yeah.
Right. I mean, and I studied religion for years and years and years, and whenever they say man was made in the image of God, I think that's opposite. I think God was made in the image of man, and we are the creators. We create. Everybody creates all day, every day, no matter if they see it or not. So I appreciate the artists. I appreciate the ones that try to make it in life, and it's hard. I get it. It's fucking hard.
Especially when everybody's telling you can't. That's
Right.
for me. That's how it was.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm like, watch me.
Watch me fucking
It's
go.
fueled me. It's fueled
Yeah.
me up until now. Like, the more people doubted me, the more I pressed on.
Right.
And also, if people are out there and you don't think you're an artist, I tell people all the time, if you look back at my stuff 10 years ago, all it takes is just practice.
Right.
You can get good at anything if you want to dedicate time to it. And some people are naturally born with such talents, but I had it in me, but I have had to practice a lot. You have to kind of dedicate just, a couple hours a week to your specific craft, and you get better at it over time, and practice makes perfect,
Right.
Yeah,
100%. Macklemore actually has a lyric that I love so much, and I refer to it all the time. He says, the greats weren't great because at birth they could paint. The greats were great because they paint a lot. And I tried to reiterate that to my daughter Astra. I was like, she's like, I can't do this. I'm like, of course you can't do this. You've never done this before. But you need to just try. Just keep doing it. Do you think the first time I started spinning poi, I didn't hit myself in the head?
Yeah.
Dude, I hit myself so many fucking times that I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit doing it because I was just beating the shit out of myself. And I told her this. I was like, do you think if I quit, do you think I'd be where I'm at right now? She's like, no. And I'm like, exactly. You just beat yourself up. It's fine. And that goes in the same way, like doing painting art. You're going to beat yourself up. You're going to make shit you hate. You'll be like, fuck this. And you're just going to get better and better and better at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so awesome. So what made you decide to do tattooing? That's the next evolution.
I feel like over the past 5 years, it's just been kind of inching me towards it. And I keep talking about it and dancing around the idea of it. And I even had a friend give me one of her tattoo pins at one point and was like, here,
Right.
I don't want this. You can have it. And I'm like, this feels like it's something I could do really well. I love line work. I love, it's I would love to be able to transform people's stories into art on their body forever.
Right.
Wow, that would be
Right.
so cool. I was thinking about that the other day. I feel like one of my things about being an artist is being of service to people, and I try to see how that can fit into tattooing. And I was just thinking, man, most people come in to get tattoos and they do it for therapy. They need a break from their world. Something happened that maybe they want to memorialize onto their body, or they just want to get some pretty art on them, and they just need a break from the real world, that kind of stuff. And I get to be the person that sits there and walks them through that and turns it into something beautiful they get to keep forever. That'd be the coolest thing ever. So
Right.
I think Joey kept hitting me up, and really wanted me in there, and I really want to go in there, and it just kind of aligned. Like, they've all been to ReKinection. Everybody in that studio is really cool. Like, we just fit like really well together. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited about the
that's
apprenticeship
awesome.
and stuff. Yeah.
So are you gonna do like specialize in just what you do? Obviously, as a tattoo artist, you have to make your way up the ranks, right? You got to do the flash art, you got to do the fucking butterflies that people want for the walk-ins, you got to do the nautical stars, you got to do
I hear
all
books and compasses and
Books and
clocks and
yeah.
I hear
had
it all. I get to see it all.
I've had a lot of friends.
See, I'll start from the bottom. Yeah.
right. I've had a lot of friends that were tattoo artists
Yeah.
over the years, and they're like, I can't fucking do another fucking nautical star.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. But like, okay, so let's imagine I don't even have to imagine, I already know you're going to be successful in this career path. But when you get to the point where you're at, are you going to just specialize in the like hyper color, ultra realistic stuff, or do you want to do like mystical or magical things?
So
Like
a lot of
everybody has their
people
own
have
thing.
said like neo-traditional would be a great like way for me to go, and I agree. I like the neo-traditional
Mm-hmm.
realism and vibrant colors. Like that would be a lot. That'd be my ideal situation. However, I know just from briefly like watching it, like that's not the kind of stuff I'm gonna get all the time. Eventually, maybe like way down the line, that would be cool. But that. Right now, I'm just along for the ride. I don't really know much about this. I'm just like open to learning. It's a whole different field, like of everything I've ever done. So,
Yeah. How many hours of tattoos do you have on you?
on me,
Yeah. You ever counted the hours?
no,
No.
a lot. But it was like when I was 18 to 20. I've got every basic girl tattoo you can think of.
Yeah.
I got them all. I got the dandelion blowing into the birds on my back with "This too shall pass."
Nice.
I got
nice.
roses and sunflowers.
Hell yeah.
The best part about me apprenticing is I get to get work done on me.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Have you gotten any yet?
Not yet, but I'm like, cover me up. Like,
right. Practice on yourself, or like other people?
well, he was like the guy that owns the shop. He specializes in cover up tattoos. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got plenty. Like, you know.
Oh, I'm
So,
stitched up in all sorts of fucked
I'll
up
definitely
tattoos.
like tattoo myself too. Like, I got tons of canvas, which I'm happy about. So
Yeah. You didn't do what I did and just
Yeah.
fucking cover yourself in shit.
yeah.
And then get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm gonna tattoo. Oh fuck, I only have just my legs.
Yeah,
the top
I'm
of my
glad
legs
this
left.
whole arm's empty, and like this one, I can work with it. Like, yeah,
Nice. So how long is it gonna be, do you think, till you get your tattoo license?
about a year.
Yeah. And you just started.
It's like about 4 weeks ago, a month
cool.
ago. Yeah.
Awesome. And have you been like getting good feedback about like, oh, you're doing great? Or, like,
haven't
you
done
need to
anything
improve?
yet.
You're just drawing.
Yep.
You're just at the shop.
Draw, draw, draw. Practice makes perfect.
Right.
Like that's what they want you to do is practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
The more I sat there, and I've never been like a big drawer. I've been a big painter. So just sitting there, and it's a whole different thing I'm getting adjusted to doing all the time. But I'm learning a lot just by,
Right.
putting
Yeah.
pen to paper every day. So
Yeah. And today's world is different than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when my friends were getting into tattooing, they would do the drawing on paper and then they would do it on the transfer paper. And now it's all on iPad, right?
I love luckily I have used the iPad quite a bit. I like to do a lot of digital art.
Yeah.
They've got like 3D modeled arms that you can get in Procreate and spin them around and draw them, and then it flattens it into an image and prints it out on the transfer paper, and you slap it on the arm.
That's so fucking
It's
cool.
cool, yeah.
And like it makes it easier because back when I was getting tattooed at first, like they would sketch it out on the transfer paper, they put it on you, and they'd be like, does that look good? And you're like, that's not even on right, it's off. Like, can you move it up a
like
little
do
bit?
it all again.
They're like, god damn it. So then they have to go and back and trace it all back again. It was like a 30-minute process. They put it on. I remember one of them, I was like, after 3 times, I was like, that's not right, dude. This is where I want it, And he was just getting so fucking mad.
It's on you forever, though.
Right, it is on me forever. You can be mad at me all you want, but whatever.
Also, I'm paying you. No.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm yawning. Today was the first day that we started loading trailers for heading to Cosmic Connection. So I put in like 7 hours of work today unloading shit. My back hurts, so didn't mean to yawn at you.
You're good.
I don't think you're boring.
Okay.
I promise. Where do you
get that
think
on. Just
where do you think your best ideas come from? Is it from like chaos or stillness?
In the past has been chaos. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm relearning and reteaching myself, and taking a year off has really helped me get back into a creative flow from stability. But yeah, I'd say, like upheaval in my life.
Yeah.
When things abruptly change.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just get the whim to just be a whimsy, I guess, and paint.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a lot of the time it stems from turmoil. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get most of it from nature too? Do you look at
Yes,
nature?
I get like
So you say you like crows.
So I do a lot of photography on my phone. I keep it hidden,
Right.
I've always liked taking pictures. So when I'm out and about, I love to walk. I'm a mushroom forager. I love to be out in the woods. I love to go hiking, and I bring my phone along, and I spend half the time just taking pictures like up close of all this beautiful like nature stuff.
Yeah.
And I use it as reference photos in all my stuff, so I'm not, looking at too much stuff online.
Right. Right.
Have my own reference photos because that's a big thing these
Yeah.
days too,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really inspired by I love birds. My grandpa's a bird watcher. So
Birds are
he used
so
to take
awesome.
he used to take me go bird watching for like punishment. Like whenever I was a kid because I'd get grounded and they're like, "You're going to watch birds with him." And we'd walk around with binoculars and like
Sounds terrible. What?
back in the day it felt
Fucking love
back in the
birds.
day it felt awful, but now I like I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that he gave me that experience, and like he always takes pictures of birds on his little digital camera, and they're
Aw.
always really blurry. They're so cute.
That's
I don't know.
awesome.
So I want to have a whole bird gallery someday. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We used to make up words for birds. So actually, I was down in Galveston one time, and my brother-in-law at the time was like, "Hey, Mike, what bird is that?" And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean, what bird is that? Do I look like a birdologist?" And I said, "He's like," and then my other brother-in-law is like, "That's a blue-bellied hussy." Making shit up is great for the birds. That's awesome. So, what do you do when inspiration disappears, but the work still has to happen? Like you have to do a piece, say you get commissioned for a piece. And
No, that's brutal.
what do you do? Like, because I've been commissioned for lots of pieces and I've had that happen, but I'm curious what you do for
I've
that.
actually paid someone their money back before. I'm like,
Yeah?
I can't get through this.
Right.
That was one time. That was an only occurrence, and I did like literally. I was like, I stopped taking pet portraits and like portraits to be like for starters.
Yeah.
I've realized I can't do commissions. I'm usually really late on them, uninspired, and they just don't turn out the way I want them to.
Right.
I see pictures in my head, and they see pictures in their head, and I can't quite get it down sometimes, and it's really frustrating. It's a learning curve. Some people are really good at it.
Yeah.
As for like my personal, like when I'm feeling uninspired and I have to get stuff done, I just kind of take a break and eventually sit back down and try to push myself through it. Sometimes I just need to sleep on it and come back at it another day. That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Part of the reason why I haven't been doing art solely anymore, because it is one of the tougher things, I think.
It's
I was
hard.
doing it full time. It was a job. It
Right.
was a job,
Yeah, that's how I feel about fire performance. Like I used to do it for fun, and then I kind of started doing it for money, and then like I got a kind of a reputation, and like, all right, we're gonna just do a lot of the performances, and then it just became like this. This is what I do now. This is how I make my money, and like eventually you just kind of lose
The love for it.
That love for it. Yeah, it becomes a job. That's kind of true with everything with an artist. I feel like
Yeah.
You're like,
As I
fuck.
try to make art my job, we'll see how it goes.
Right. Well, dude, tattooing, if I could draw, and we just talked about that, you just have to keep doing it, right? I don't have the patience to keep doing it. That's
Yeah.
just not how I create. I'm a creative chaos kind of person, with metal and fire and just like just fucking do it, and I do it, and I put antlers in it. I'm like, there it is, it's fucking done. But like, if you just continue to do it, you'd be better at it. But I've always said, if I could draw, I would be a tattoo artist, because I know a lot of tattoo artists that are really good artists that make a really good amount of money doing it, you know, and they don't feel like they're working. They feel like they're just creating art
Yeah.
until they do get burned out. Eventually you get burned out,
Yeah.
no matter what you do. I don't care what
I
it
think it's good to keep a balance of other things too.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the artist thing is to like try to focus solely on making art your only like revenue of like money and stuff. And something that has worked for me is not doing that. In fact, I have a job and it brings me the money to buy cooler supplies to make cooler art. Like that's
Right.
something I've tried to tell some people, like when they're really struggling, like you're not giving up being an artist by getting a day job. And sometimes that day job just fuels you being an artist even more. And it like so many times when I've had to break and like step back and get myself a job, I've leveled up that much more because taking a break sometimes for your mind is really good. And then second, like I was able to get the newer canvas and the newer paints and some nicer brushes, and things really change when you're not using
Right.
the like value pack from Walmart.
Right.
Like it does change
matters.
a little. Yeah.
It does matter. The
Yeah.
paint
Not that you
brands
can't
matter.
do it without it. Like you
Right.
can make art from anything. Don't
Right.
get me wrong.
Right.
But it was nice to work for like what I'm passionate about outside of working with the
Yeah.
art. Yeah.
Right. But I
Yeah.
mean, let's just be real. A Geo Metro doesn't drive like an Aston Martin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is that, the quality. But you can still do it. You can still get from point A to point B, you know?
Yeah.
That's fine. Right on.
It's just not, you don't give up on it just because you have to take a step back for a while. I'm going to be an artist my entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving up because I'm cleaning houses and scrubbing toilets right now, which is awesome. It's been so great. Like,
Right.
and that's an art form in itself.
100%.
I've turned into an entire business. So
Absolutely.
literally, if like it's called cleaning with the heart, with the ART capitalized, because like I'm a really detail oriented person, and I get into the corners and the crevices nobody see. It's an art form to me. It's really therapeutic. It's really peaceful, and it's been such a good break from,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
doing the
can
hustle.
vouch, you have cleaned our house, and it's not because we're lazy. It's because we are so fucking busy, and we want to support you, you know. And you're like, I'm gonna stay here and do it. And I'm like, cool. And when we came home from that last time we were gone, I was like, holy shit, I've never seen this close so clean. So you are amazing. So it's Cleaning from the Heart. Can you find it on like Facebook?
It's a
or-
website.
It's a
So we
website.
just released it. I just released it. My friend Ryan's been helping me with the business thing because
Oh, cool.
I've always done an art business, but I'm trying to do like a real business and eventually have a whole team of people
Yeah.
that I train that work for me while I do my other thing.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, so we're getting it
didn't know
going. It's cleaningwiththeheart.com, and it's already live, and I'm hiring soon. So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Yep.
That's so cool. Fuck yeah. I
Yeah.
think whatever you put your mind to and whatever you do, you're going to succeed at because
you.
you're just that type of person.
Yeah,
You know?
kind
You
of
know?
fell into my lap. I'm just like, my friend Ryan, he's like, you have a business like begging you for it to be born. I'm like, because I have more work than I can handle. And like, he's like, that's how businesses start.
That's how a business starts. Yes.
He's like, what are you doing? Like, let me help you. And he's super great at the business side of things. I'm like,
Right.
it just sounds like a lot. He's like,
Fuck
you're already
yeah.
doing it, you know?
Right?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I really hope that works out for you. So you're going to
Thanks.
do that, and you're going to do tattooing, and then you're just going to have this whole thing. And then
Yep.
eventually what I see is going to happen is you're going to become successful at your tattooing. This other business is just going to be doing its own thing, and you're just going to be collecting from there, right? You're like, I started this shit, and every once in a while you'd be like, all right, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to go to fucking Hawaii
That-
with my son.
Eh,
And I'm going to chill on the beach.
I already saw Travel in the World. Yeah, let's
Right.
go.
We're gonna get passive income going this way,
Yep.
and you're gonna do it because I've
And I
definitely
can go do people's tattoos in Hawaii.
Right.
While my business is here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the goal. Yeah, being the live artist coordinator for ReKinection for so long, really, I was 23 when I started that. Like when I fully got involved with Laura, and like I was managing people from a really young age, and it's just like in my bones. Like, and I've realized that like I love working. I'm a workaholic, but I haven't been able to keep a job, and like I can't figure out why. And I'm like, it's always the bosses. Like
It is.
I want to be a boss.
Right.
Like I don't know how to explain it. I need to be, but I'm not like a controlling person. I just don't like
What's your sign?
working. I'm a Pisces. I'm a double Pisces
Double Pisces.
with a Virgo moon.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So
that's
I mean,
water.
you just need to be a boss.
Yeah, it's just in my nature. I don't know. Not that I
Right.
can't take things. I can't. Laura was my boss, but like I just like to be.
Yeah.
I have entrepreneur in me, and it's
Yeah.
hard for me to do that 9 to 5. And yeah, so I think it's a good direction. I don't know. Yeah, if you need your houses clean, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Pimp that out. I can vouch. She's really good at doing house cleaning.
Appreciate it.
And also, whenever you get tattoos, go to the place to get the tattoos. What was the name of the shop again?
It's called the Guilty Monkey Tattoo Co. in Knob Noster.
Knob Noster. What a silly name.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's actually
name,
like an Air Force base, I believe. It's like super like
I've been through.
hole in the wall town. You've been through there?
I've been through many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I drove through, I kind of giggled.
Knob
you know,
Noster.
Knob Noster.
I think the same thing.
Knob. Ah, it's silly. But I'm like an adolescent child at heart, honestly. So, Well, shit, we're getting into the last 6 minutes. That didn't feel like an hour. Are you still nervous?
Quiet. Maybe a little. My heart's still pounding.
It's all right. It happens. I know you said you're a little nervous, and it is kind of nerve-wracking getting on something like this. I was nervous to start this. Like I said before, I have an idea, and then I do it a little bit, and then I fucking quit.
Don't quit this one.
I'm not going to.
We all really like it.
I
I've really enjoyed all the episodes so far. This is my jam. I wanted to listen to more, and there weren't enough yet.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah,
I'm
I
not
love
gonna
getting
quit
to
it.
know everybody and like people that I've always seen around, and like getting to hear their stories, and like it's just we live interesting lives.
Yeah.
Like most of the artists that I know have some insane stories. You should get Bruce and Cammy on here.
I plan on
They
it.
were both struck by lightning.
Oh, what
before
the
they met
fuck?
each other.
Oh, what?
Before they met each other
That's
on
amazing.
separate occurrence. Okay, so like you should next
Spoiler!
guest. Yeah, sorry, spoiler alert.
No, I definitely want them. They're on my
Just
list.
saying, we lived some interesting, we got stories behind us. So
Yeah.
what you're doing is really cool, bringing voices and like letting people be heard and like
Yeah.
making the underdogs feel like they're,
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I like what you're doing.
It just kind of happened one day. I was like, I know so many people, and everybody has a podcast these days. Literally, everybody I know has a podcast. Well, not literally, but it seems like it's the big thing right now. And I don't listen to a whole lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of books on tape, but I did do market research and was looking into if there's anybody who's doing this kind of work, and I didn't see anybody. And I was like, I feel like the people that we talk to in the festival world are super fucking interesting.
Right?
Like
Yeah.
all the people that I've ever met.
There's some stories.
There's some fucking stories, and I'd like to like do
untapped market.
a different one where it's like comedy, just like festival stories, because we all have some crazy ass festival stories,
You can do some like specials, like a certain day of the week special with just the funny stories. It'd be fun.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think soon. So no, I know for sure after festival season, I will be getting cameras in here. I'm going to do the camera thing. I'm going to do the social media reels, all that stuff. So we're going to have this done. And I'd love for you to come back and do an actual camera episode.
Oh, gosh.
After this, we're going to take a selfie because you're the one that told me I want to see the face behind who's talking.
do.
So I'm like, cool. I fucked that up. So now you showed me.
I had to look some people up on Facebook. I was like, I want to put a face to their voice.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I'm taking a selfie. We're going to take one after. I'm going to put this as the thumbnail so everybody can see your face. But then after, let's see, River's moving in September. So probably October when festival season winds down, then I'm going to get this space all set up with some cameras, and we're going to get that going, and we're just going to keep going with this fucking thing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So, wrapping up, is there anything that you've ever wanted to ask me? I know I should have probably prepped this for you before.
Oh, no,
but,
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you a Swiftie?
Am I a Swiftie? Fuck yeah. I am.
Yes.
I fucking love Taylor Swift. I don't give a shit. But honestly, looking at me, okay, so if you don't know who I am, I have a giant eye tattoo on the back of my head. I've got 390 hours of tattoos on me. I got both sleeves. I've got my chest done, my sides done, my legs done, and I'm 6 foot tall, and I got a red goatee. Well, now it's more gray now because I'm fucking old. But ever since I was young, I listened to pop music. I listen to bluegrass. I listen to rock. I listen to metal. I listen to rap. I listen to literally really every single fucking genre except country, pop country. Fuck pop country. I can't do it. I love pop, but not pop country.
I'm in the same, yeah. I do screamo, pop,
Right.
like whatever, yeah.
Right. So like was it 2 years ago? I had a crew of people, of ReKinection people, going down to one of our events, and I just put on the DJX from Spotify, where it's just like, we're just gonna play whatever you like, and it was fucking so all over the place. They're like, "Is this yours?" I'm like, "Yeah," because it would go from like Static X to fucking Taylor Swift to Backstreet Boys to the Gorillaz.
Sounds like my playlist.
Right, right. So yes, I am 100% a Swiftie. I love everything about Taylor Swift, and honestly, I want to spin fire for her and Travis. They don't live too far from here, so maybe if this
Hear that,
gets,
Taylor and Travis?
if this gets popular, Taylor and
Better
Travis,
invite me.
I'd love to spin some fire at your house. Like you want a luau party or something?
Yeah.
Whatever. I got you, Mahomes. I got you.
Are you like
bro.
an OG Swiftie?
I've been a
What's-
Swiftie since she fucking came to St. Joe, Missouri.
When was that?
And
You got to
was-
see her?
Yes, I
my
saw her
gosh.
play. This was right when her very first I can't remember what the name of the song was. It was a single that she became famous on.
Teardrops on My Guitar?
It was, yes. She was still country. She was still under 18. She was 17 at the time. She played Trails West up in St. Joe, Missouri. And she went to the mall and like hung out with people, and like I went out and watched her, and I was instantly hooked. I was like, this fucking chick is so awesome. It's country, but like her voice is great and everything. And then literally that year she blew up. Like, and then she transferred from country to pop, and I was just like, every single album she comes out.
So what's your favorite era?
My favorite era is the new one.
The new one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This new one is, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love Travis Kelce. I love their love for each other.
Knock on some wood.
Oh my God. Right. Homie's got the redwood going. But I'm so excited. And when Travis Kelce said, I'm coming back for another season, I audibly said no. Because I love Travis Kelce. He's a great football player. But I want them to have babies now.
Yeah.
I want them to have a family.
We all want it. We all want to see it.
We all want them to have, we want them to have a family, and we want them to do the thing and just like, have the world leave them a fuck alone for a little while.
Heck yeah.
So yeah. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
I am a pop whore.
I prepped that one.
I love pop music.
I knew
so
you were a
much.
Swiftie. I just had to let the listeners know.
Oh, God. So I'm a Backstreet Boysy too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The fucking
I saw them in concert whenever I was a kid. I had the the disposable camera that had the strip of them down at the bottom. So when you printed it off, it said Backstreet Boys, and it was them. And I took pictures. They were all blurry, but it had the strip of it.
Oh
yeah.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Hell
I saw NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears. Like my aunt used to take me to all those concerts. It was, I've got a long history in music. They started it all for sure. Pop music was at the core of it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers were my first show as like.
That's old school shit right there. Yeah.
It's like a kid that I remembered. Like,
oh, that's so awesome.
their tour together.
I remember the first time Laura realized that I was a pop whore. I was helping with some setup or whatever, and I had the control of the music, and I put everybody, yeah, and I was going hard on it. She's like, "What the fuck is happening right here?" I'm like, "Rock your body."
My cat sings
right.
that song with me. Whenever he wants fed,
Yeah?
I sing everybody. He goes, meow, meow. He goes, meow, meow. Prismo. In tune. I have videos
It's
of
not
it.
Mr. Wu?
No, Prismo.
Oh, Prismo
He
does
likes
it.
to
Oh.
sing. He likes to like mock
Wu
your
is
little
stoic.
voice. Yeah, he's something else. Let me tell you. Anyway, not to get into the cats.
We're gonna do that for the next episode. We'll go into our cats and our cat life. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Jordan,
of
for
course.
coming out. This is fun.
Yeah.
See, it went from being nervous to like we're cool. We're just
Yeah.
talking, right?
We're cool. Mike Cool.
Well, I love you so much.
Yeah, I
Thank
love
you
you
so
too.
much for coming on, and thank you guys for listening. This is sponsored by ReKinection, which is actually coming up in a week. We're leaving to go to the festival to start setting up, and then 2 weeks is when we're gonna kick off. But we'll see you guys soon. Actually, this is actually going to come out in the middle of the festival.
Heck
this
yeah.
episode is, so people will be able to hear it after, because I'm going to be busy for the next month. So, yeah. Anyway,
Listen to it on the way home.
yeah. Anything you want to say before we go?
That's it. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon, and you guys have a wonderful whatever day, evening, wherever you're at after you listen to this. Love you guys. Bye.
Sicker than your average.